Welcome. Well, if it isn't the Builder Duo. You're in luck. As part of a very new Blue Moon marketing campaign involving a series of promotional activities, today we're offering a couples discount. 50% off and a commemorative gift after your meal. Dang! Nice one. I didn't know you two were a thing. Nice.
Huh? A thing? Is this promotion only available to couples?
Yeah. Made obvious by the fact that the name of the activity is Couples Discount. Hey, are you two a couple or not?
We're...
Look at that. Mian's blushing. Oh, to be young and in love. All right, you two lovebirds. 2 Blue Moon specials coming right up.
Yes, well, that was... let's talk about literally anything else. So, what's been up with you? Build anything fun lately? Got any new tools? Feels like so long since we've had a chance to catch up. But enough about me, let's talk about you. Or, you know, whatever you want to talk about. I actually have never been in a relationship, let alone first love. You're not laughing, are you? My grandparents and parents, they all only loved one person in their lives, and things turned out pretty well for them. So why should I be any different? I'll love one person, and they'll love me, and we'll spend our lives together, and... that sounds great to me. Feels like so long since we've had a chance to catch up. But enough about me, let's talk about you. Or, you know, whatever you want to talk about. Sure, I like everybody. Oh, you mean like someone, huh? Maybe? Maybe not? Am I supposed to? I think I have time to figure things out. If I did, I guess I'd want to be treated like one of those people in those cheesy love stories where the hero saves me at the end and we live happily ever after. Should I be saying this out loud? Feels like so long since we've had a chance to catch up. Oh, yeah! Since we had our chat a while ago, I've been making some time to cultivate a hobby. And plants. My new hobby is plants. Botany. Zeke has been teaching me all kinds of stuff. If I grow anything good, I'll make sure to give something to you. You know, it's really good to get out of the workshop from time to time. And the desert plants, they fight so hard to make it in this climate. I've also heard that somewhere out in the desert is a super rare, extremely colorful flower. I hope I get to see it one day. Feels like so long since we've had a chance to catch up. What's there to say that hasn't already been said? I've never had a lot of friends, so I consider your friendship to be very special to me. I feel like I can be myself in front of you, and... well, I just know that we're always going to be great friends. Feels like so long since we've had a chance to catch up. But enough about me, let's talk about you. Or finished already? Okay, let me get the bill.
Thanks again for participating in our very special limited time offer, the Blue Moon Couples Discount. Before you go, I'd like to snap a picture of the lovely couple, and with your permission, place the shot up on the wall of the saloon. All right, now everybody say, steamed sandfish! Nice. It came out perfect. You two really do look lovely together. Well, thanks again for participating. Come back again soon.
Today was really nice. Pretending to be a couple for a discount? Genius! I must be allergic to something we ate. My heart is beating quickly for some reason. All in all, it turned out to be a pleasant lunch. We should do it again sometime. See you soon. Hey there! Take it easy. We got started without you. Hope you don't mind. So, yeah, like I was saying, I've tried everything. Drilling, heat, dropping it off the crane lift.
Yes. I don't suppose you have a steel ball on you, do you?
Oh, sure, but... What the... We...
Here's your bar back.
Thank you, Director. Whoa, look at all this old stuff. And there's a letter. I hope you're reading this under the light of the sun again and not still from the darkness. It's been 60 years since that event, which some people are starting to call the Day of Calamity. I hope this capsule can travel through time and show that whatever happened, there was some warmth in these dark times. Wishing you luck and a bright sun, Hicks. My Peach! It's a time capsule from the Age of Darkness! From right around the time of the first Builder Victor! What are the odds of us finding this? What do you want to look at?
Unfortunate. Based on the approximate age of the box, I was hoping we'd find something undiscovered.
This letter has a bunch of stuff about gangs and hurting people. Director, was the Age of Darkness really that bad?
I hadn't realized you had failed your history classes. How surprising. Allow me to enlighten you. Yes. In fact, this letter is rather tame in its descriptions. In the first 50 years after the Day of Calamity, the surviving population were lucky to locate even one proper meal per day, resulting in desperate panic and constant tribe-like warfare over resources. In combination with the poor nutrition, poor hygiene, and lack of sunlight, which led to various physical ailments and illnesses, the result was the lowest average life expectancy in human history. All in all, the era is quite suboptimal for research, and I, for one, am rather glad to exist currently.
Gosh, that sounds so horrible! But at the same time, it really is amazing there were people back then like Hicks here who never lost hope. Can you imagine? If it wasn't for heroes like Hicks and Peach, we might still be underground and worrying about where our next meal might come from. Director...
Social history is not exactly an interest of mine. I suggest if you have more questions, you do your own research or someone who...
Sure, Director. Thanks for all your help. Wow, what a find! I knew a bit about the Age of Darkness, but this is my first time getting such a hands-on experience with history. We need to try hard to carry on the legacy of these people from the past. That gives me an idea. Say, why don't we make our own time capsule? It could be our chance to contribute our knowledge and experiences to the people of the future. Director, could you draw us out a...
No.
Fine. I mean, it's just a box. Oh, I knew you'd be into it. While you're working on it, I'll gather up some historical stuff we can put in there. Maybe we can provide the people of the future with something more substantial than our old pal Hicks. Anyway, once you're done, bring the box to me. Then we'll go bury it. Oh, and let's each also bring one personal item that we want to send to the future. Make sure it's something that doesn't expire. Okay, it's a plan. Catch up with you soon. See ya.
Howdy! Did you get Mion's letter? Never mind, it's a bit of a chore. Here, check out these puppies. All the photos from yesterday. Yep, I'd probably steer clear of that mailbox of yours for today. But, even if you didn't and someone did write you a letter telling you to hold up on the investigation, you'd ignore it, wouldn't ya? 'Cause we made a promise to get to the bottom of all this, didn't we? Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to take these here photographs to the I'd take care of it myself, but to be honest, I can't rightly stand listening to half the folk around here for more than about a minute and a half. With all this here evidence and whatnot, Yeehaw! Knew I could count on you. Once we clear Logan's name, we'll be heroes. I gotta get back to the ranch before my pa notices there ain't nobody keeping the yak mail company. Let's meet up at the Blue Moon once you've got the scoop. Bye.
I can't wait to see how this new electric kiln works. I'm sure Hammy will be raking it. Hello there! What stroke of luck? Oh boy. It seems my secret supplier has been revealed. Yes. I told Mian that those recipes were company secrets, which was true. Only Haru and myself are privy to such knowledge. What? I was the only one left around here who knew how to make that stuff. I'm supposed to just give away my recipes like that? Come now, I've got to pay the bills too, you know? It's really so unpleasant what happened with Haru. Not only because I consider him a friend of mine, but also because of that great mind of his. He was always coming up with inventions and such. We had a really good deal. All the products he showed me how to make, I put up in my shop and we split the earnings. 50-50. I've even put aside what he'd be making. You know, if he ever comes back. Whatever would a bright and unassuming fellow be doing with a barbarian like Logan anyway? I say there must be blackmail involved. Haru would never turn against us on a dime like this. Well, friend, now that you know how to make the stuff, care to not spread it around too much? Hello there! What stroke of luck has brought you my way? That night? When Logan attacked the temple? I'm afraid I didn't see anything. I was just at home going through my inventory. I found out about all the commotion later. I think it's great that you're looking into things. Haru can't be the villain they're making him out to be. He just can't be. I wish you luck in your investigations. Let me know if there's anything else I can...
Hey there. Wow. Where'd you dig up an old relic like that? Yep, that's me in the background. But I can't say I remember too much about this day. Oh, people were always getting married in the Blue Moon back then. Logan's ma. What was she like? I can barely remember her face if not for this photo. She skipped town not too long after Logan was born. Shocked everyone with that move. But you'd never have guessed it from this photo. Looks like a match made in heaven. Except for the tear down the center, I guess. When Howlett came back with the disease and was put in quarantine by the church, Logan really lost it. He started shouting for them to release his paw outside the temple door. Understandable. Howlett was all he had his whole life. Well, that's not completely true. I considered Logan a friend once. I really just hope he sees through all this madness and turns himself in. Then, hey there! How you holding up? Yeah, not that night. But he came into the saloon that day with Haru, and they were acting real strange, buying up a lot of supplies. It was later that I heard that they blew up the temple in an attempt to get Howlett out, and the old man died in the blast. Frankly, even if Logan did manage to get Howlett out of quarantine, it would have endangered us all with the disease. Real sad story. Other than that, though, I'm afraid I don't know much of anything. So you're trying to find out more about Logan, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's all pretty weird. Never heard of a decent fella going bad so quick like that. My hope through all of this is that nobody else gets hurt. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. Long time ago.
Oh, hi! You're looking kind of serious. Oh, gosh. You want to know about that night? I was taking the late shift, helping out with patrols, making sure nobody snuck in to see old Howlett, who was being quarantined. It was a stressful time for all of us, but obviously Logan was affected the most. Sure enough, he showed up and the last thing I remember is me politely explaining to him that going into the temple right then was against the rules. Then everything went black. When I woke up, everybody helped me to my feet and wanted to know what happened, but I didn't really see anything. It's all very sad. I can't help but think if Logan hadn't acted so irrationally, perhaps his father would still be. Some things are best not to dwell on. What happened happened. No one wanted it to be this way. Blaming anyone won't bring him back. I think the sooner Logan accepts that and takes responsibility for what he did, well, perhaps the sooner we can have him back in the flock. Maybe the reason no one's talked about this much since you've been here is we are all really sad about the way things turned out. Maybe some people also fear that it's something they did that drove Logan down this path. Logan will come back to the light one day. Just make sure to stay safe out there. Yeah, see ya.
Are you okay? Oh, this. I never should have drew this. If I knew what was going to happen, I never would have. We used to go on lots of adventures. Then Logan changed. He didn't care about me or my mom or anybody. My mom said if things get better, we were going to rebuild a school in Sandrock, but things got worse because of Logan. Now I'm the only kid in town. He told me right before the incident everything would be okay. He lied.
Hey there. I'm afraid there ain't much more. What? Yeah, I made this equipment. So what? I can't hardly be held responsible. You got a lot of nerve. I'm afraid there ain't much more to know than what's already been known. Huh? So what if I did? What was I supposed to do? His mind was made up. If he had half of mine left at all. Look, I was close with Howlett and Logan as well. What happened to that man was a gosh dang travesty. But that's just the way things are out here sometimes. I always considered myself to be like an uncle to Logan. I would have taken him in, but I guess he didn't see it that way. I worry about what Logan might do, and I worry about how the more things escalate, the less likely I'm ever gonna see that pup I used to know ever again. There ain't gonna be an amicable settlement at the end of all this, so don't over-involve yourself. Be seeing ya.
Hello. When I studied in Atara, there were these... So long, partner.
See ya!
Hey, it's Skinny Arms. How can the Protector serve you today? What's that? Making bombs now, are we? Ha! Finally! Oh, I see. Yes, now that you mention it, I believe I have seen these kinds of bombs before. Yes. It's coming back to me. A bit cowardly, if you ask me. If you don't have the guts to look someone in the eye as you punch them in the teeth, well, in my book, you shouldn't be fighting at all. Furthermore, these puny things would hardly scathe a indomitable chevalier such as, hey, it's Skinny Arm. Aha, trying to track down that dastardly Logan, are you? If you do find out where he is, why not tell me first? Skip the civil corps, skip the paperwork, you know, make sure Logan gets some real No, I thought we were doing extrajudicial stuff already. It's not such a stretch from what you're doing now. Fine. What do I know? Let me think. The night Logan attacked our temple, I was at home pumping iron. Yes, I believe I was trying to perfect a 300-kilogram clean and press with one finger. But my darn palmar interosseous muscle was... As soon as I heard the explosion, I rushed out of my room to see Burgess knocked out. That's something I see all the time, but what really caught my attention was the exploded temple. I managed to catch a glimpse of Logan riding away with someone, but they were too far gone for me to pursue. Maybe it really is time for me to get a loyal steed to call my own. Nah, I'll just keep training to run fast. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to my story as much as I enjoyed telling it. Say, Skinny Arms, you're a good listener. I'll have to tell you stories more often. Hey, it's Skinny Arms. No more...
Howdy there. Goodness, nowhere ever did you find this. You know, you don't need to be sneaking around, acting all suspicious if all you're after is information. Yes, this makes sense. Although I must admit, this shows a level of organization from Logan I can't say I was aware he might be capable of. No doubt you started to put things together since your arrival, but perhaps you'd best hear the tale in its entirety to dispel any misconceptions you might have about the whole ordeal. Not too long before you started living in Sandrock, a great tragedy struck this town. Howlett, the monster hunter, and his son Logan, with whom you are already quite familiar with, ran into some trouble. Howlett, when diving in some ruins, explicitly blocked off by the Civil Corps due to an abundance of unknown and dangerous substances. Sure enough, he became contaminated with something bizarre. Logan reacted rather wildly after Pastor Miguel quarantined his father inside the temple and refused to let Logan come in contact with him due to fears of contamination. He couldn't believe his father would be so careless as to come in contact with dangerous Age of Corruption concoctions. One night during the quarantine, Logan attacked the temple with bombs. I assume it was to free his father from the quarantine, but whatever the case, Logan botched the operation and parts of the temple collapsed. Us church folk were all outside, but Logan's father was still in there where we'd left him, and Logan blamed us church folk for what happened. Now he seems bent on some kind of revenge. And he'd sooner take down the whole town if it means getting to us, I reckon. Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tap? Well, of course, I was there at the scene of it all, as were most of us. I came out after the explosion, but by the time I knew what was going on, Logan was... I appreciate your concern on the matter, but I fear there's not much we can do but trust in the acumen of our Civil Corps to bring Logan to justice. Without hurting him too much, I hope. Try not to get discouraged. There are brighter days ahead, I'm sure of it. So long, partner.
You're looking into the Logan incident, eh? Dreadful stuff. Quite displeased to see things turn out the way they did. Not to mention the fallout since, but it can't be helped. To be blunt, if Howlett had stayed out of the ruins we all know are too dangerous to explore, he'd still be alive. Yes, I made the decision to put Howlett under quarantine. Yes, it did enrage Logan and drive him to madness. But I did what was best for the town, and I'd do it again if I had to. It's not a pleasant tale, just like the state of our world. Sandrock is a fire. Take care.
No answer. No answer.
Ah, you're here. You are practiced in physical activities, correct? Running, climbing, digging, builder things. I wish to improve my operational efficacy with the mobile suit. However, physical coordination has always been my weak spot. PE was an elective in the Vega 5 school system, so I opted for physics instead. Anyway, do you have any suggestions for me? How does one work out? I understand the repetitive repetition of action, but I'm at a loss regarding optimal efficiency activities. It sounds interesting. It seems dancing has a strong positive influence on the physical coordination, and physical coordination is one of the preconditions for operating the mobile suit. Now that I think about it, Vivi dances regularly. Does that mean Vivi can pilot the mobile suit? Please don't misunderstand me. I'm just trying to understand the causal relationship between dancing and piloting. Perhaps you can show me how to dance. If you can prove its efficacy, I would much appreciate it. I trust your director delivered my diagram. I believe you will find this water tower. See you later.
Aha! Meet the new box. Same as the old box, or just as sturdy at least. Well done. I'll bet this thing would last 1,000 years, you overachiever you. I've got my stuff. Are you ready to go bury the box? Just give me your personal item and I'll put it in. choice. Maybe people in the future will write about this stuff in their history books. You ready to go? Let me know and we'll head out. You ready? All right. All right, this is the spot. I put our stuff inside. Mine included a few builder materials following in Hicks tradition. I also included some historical records, as well as some of the best literature we New World people have produced, including a copy of my favorite episode of Doyle Arthur. For my personal item, well, I thought it'd be good to take a picture of us together. I mean, because, well, it didn't seem fair not knowing what Hicks looked like. They should know what the two builders of Sandrock looked like. Otherwise, our story doesn't mean as much. Here, we can use my camera. Hey, look at us! We look like pros! Oh, I guess we should write a letter too, huh? That was the most interesting part of Hicks's box. What should we write about? What's more moving than a good romance story? In the last one I read, the couple couldn't be together in the end. It was so sad. I almost cried. Let's wish for the people of the future to have learned from our mistakes. Spread the love. Okay, everything's ready. Let's give our time capsule a proper send-off. Well, that's that. I can only imagine one day there'll be other people opening up our time capsule, reading our letter, and being transported back to our time. How totally cool. I guess this is my way of telling to the world that I was here, that I existed, and I'm doing my best. Whew. Also, I put a latch on our box to make it way easier to open. Thanks again. It's so nice to have someone who shares my interests here in town. I'll let you know if I dig up anything else cool.